Dear Karen, dear Gordon, dear friends, I was really shocked to hear of Tom's passing recently. We had just about 4 or 5 weeks before that had lunch with Karen and Elsa Kip in San Diego, and it was really. I feel now that it was like a way to have a farewell with him, since I couldn't always be with him on these later years. He had an amazing influence in my life. I think he was really my hero for all the time that I was at Stanford, from 77 to 82, to early 83, actually. And he was a source of inspiration, a mentor, a great friend, a very generous person. All those adjectives that were listed here, I think they're all true. And someone mentioned in the memorial that he was like the Jack Nicholson of information theory. I think there is some truth to that, but the looks were different. He was more perhaps like a Tom Selleck, was a very cool guy, or maybe he could have succeeded Sean Connery in the role of 007, because he was really a cool guy. And it showed in the way that he would introduce himself, like, "Hi, my name is Tom Cover." So for me, he was really a real cat. And I have a slick proof of that. He was born in August on the sign of Leo, and that goes with the Western horoscope. And according to the Chinese calendar, he was born in the year of the tiger. So he was a lion and a tiger, and you cannot be more of a feline than that. So he was a real cat. I have a couple of stories that I'd like to share with you that showed me this really positive attitude that he had towards everything. I must say that in all these years that I was with him at Stanford, and then periodically in conferences and other places, I never saw Tom upset. He was always with a grin. He could be, concerned about something, but he was not upset. And he had a great attitude to take care of stressful situations. Like this one, there was a situation where he was giving a lecture. This was in the late 70s. His lectures were great for these digressions that he had, and he had something that I usually do also with my students, a little paper that you distribute in the beginning of the class, and you ask them to write who are they, who are you, and why are you, and a note on a random fact. So he had these things that would go still a little bit off of the main topic. So he was in one of these digressions, and in these digressions he would wonder what would be the entropy of a black hole, and what would be the difference if you throw a cow in a black hole or a dictionary? And then what would happen many years later when it comes back in the event horizon? Can you differentiate? Or the story about the seventh wave. Waves comes in packets, and you should take the seventh because that's the highest, because of the beating of the frequencies. All these things would come out in these digressions that would be like, for 5 minutes, he would go off of the main topic. And then at that time, Stanford was transmitting, I guess they still do, maybe now through the internet, but at that time was a microwave link that would transmit the lectures to the affiliates. And here comes this voice all of a sudden, the guy saying, "Stop that, go back to the subject matter." Really rude, really rude. And I couldn't believe this. I mean, the guy certainly was not there. He was in TV land. And he heard that, "What is this?" He said, "Well, go back to the subject matter. We're wasting our time." So, "Oh, we have some disagreement." Well, let's have a show of hands. How many people would like me to continue with this digression? So, of course, everybody raised their hand. How many people would like me to stop? Nobody. So he said, "Well, I'm afraid you're outnumbered." And he continued with the digression as if nothing had happened. So for me, that was a big lesson on how to keep it cool and how to take care of these situations and not equal the other guy's type of reaction. Another situation that was kind of cute was like in the eve of my thesis defense. I was reviewing the material with him, And I found this typo, and I got really upset because I had gone through the whole thing and trying to remove all the typos. And so he saw me like that and said, "Oh, don't worry, there'll be others." Thank you very much.